Muralidharan. Wake Muralidharan, getting lost by a thread. Getting lost by a thread.
How many of you have driven from Chicago, Illinois to Green Bay, Wisconsin? Couple of years back, I drove that route and I had an amazing experience. Let me share it with you all. After dropping off my parents at Chicago International Airport, I started my journey back to Green Bay, Wisconsin in my rented 2001 Volkswagen green-colored Jetta. I had just moved from Tampa, Florida to Green Bay, Wisconsin. And I was excited for the drive, but I was a little bit anxious because I was getting used to driving on US roadways. The car didn't have any sophisticated state-of-the-art technologies that we find in almost every car today. But I love that car. I entered the coordinates for my Green Bay, Wisconsin on Google Maps on my mobile. The route that came up was pretty simple. It consisted of a couple of long straights of miles followed by few short turns and leading to destination. I started my journey. The first 2 hours was pretty simple and the drive was smooth. I was listening to songs on FM. But after 2 hours, the weather changed for worse. The visibility was getting poorer and the rain started getting heavier. Now, I increased the defoggers and the heaters to improve my visibility. Now, I drifted to the right side of the lane just to make sure that in case of an emergency, I can stop on the shoulder and be safe. Unintentionally, I veered into the exit. I realized that I was wrong, but I still continued to drive. We are in an age of technology. I expected Google Maps to reroute it for me. Don't we rely on technology? We all do. I did. So it rerouted me. And in another 10 minutes, I reached an entry point of a freeway. That was close to. Now, I didn't panic. It rerouted again. I went to another entry point. That was close to. Now, the pattern was repeating. I was getting a little bit worried. I was getting stuck in a circuitous route. Now, I decided to take a chance. I picked up my phone and I disabled the freeway option for suggesting the route. The Google Map has that option. It suggested a new route, which was an additional hour and a half. I didn't mind that route. I decided to go ahead with it. Now I started driving again. And as I was driving, I thought I was bored of listening to songs on FM. Let me call a friend. I picked up the phone, which was on charger, and dialed it. And he picked it up. The call lasted just 5 minutes because it got disconnected due to lack of signal. Now I had to drive all alone in pitch darkness with occasional glow of passing vehicles. I kept on driving for 2 hours. The temperature inside the car was making me feel warm and uncomfortable. I kind of felt like being inside a baked oven. At that point, the destination was 20 minutes away. I didn't bother to look at the route. Suddenly, I saw a flashing orange LED lights. As I came close by, there was a sign which said, "Road closed for construction." I came to a screeching halt. My heartbeat was racing and I was starting to panic a little bit. I wanted the Google Map to reroute for me as it has done all along. As I picked up my phone, it got switched off, adding insult to injury. I was panicking, literally panicking. I was hooked of technology. I didn't know what to do. Then, at the very same moment, I got totally irrelevant thoughts of a recent spooky movie which I watched, in which the lead cast gets stuck in a remote land filled with psycho killers and zombies. Is that going to happen for me? Putting those thoughts aside, I took a reverse and reached an intersection. And I started driving north, trusting my gut instincts. The seemingly distant city lights started appearing closer. And I immediately found the nearest gas station to stop by. And I went inside the gas station and explained the attender of my situation, and I briefed him. Even though he was perplexed, he gave me the route for my destination on a map. The map was on paper, of course. I took the paper and reached home at around 1 o'clock. What was supposed to be a 3-hour drive ended up being a 5-hour nightmare. Till now, I was puzzled why the mobile got switched off. I decided to make sure that I buy a GPS rather than relying on mobile for navigating in remote areas. The very next day, I decided to go to Walmart to buy GPS. I went to the charging station in my home for charging my mobile, and I noticed something strange. The cable was charging only at certain angles. Voila! I realized that all I needed was a charging cable, not a GPS. Dear Toastmasters, in your journey of life and your road trips, make sure that you are always well prepared, and whenever you got stuck somewhere, don't think about zombies or psycho killers. Mr. Contestant.